All right, this is my last session for the evening. I feel great. I stopped to take a bath. Yes, I know. How stupid are you to take a bath and then come back to sculpting? Well, what I do is I lay a towel down over myself, and I'm usually just going to be sculpting on stuff that doesn't require a whole lot. So there's not going to be a lot of clay handling and dust flying and stuff like that. It's just going to be my hands that get messed up. And as you can see, I took all my nail polish off because I have to redo those. So all I'm basically going to do is just some lightweight stuff that's not going to send everything flying. So that all I have to do is wash my hands once it's all said and done. Oh my God. I have to resist the urge to start singing Lamar Jones' song. I don't know, maybe I don't have to resist the urge. That belongs to us. He gave that to VMV. But I'm going to resist right now because my voice sounds horrible because I haven't been talking all day. And then my voice gets deep and raspy, which you can't tell because all of these videos are sped up like 1.5 times once I edit, so you don't get to hear how DMXy I sound. But I do. All right, this doesn't require any explanation, so I hush now. Right here, as I was spinning that around, I don't know if you can see it. Yep, you can see it. I can tell by the lighting when I looked in here. Very clear indentation. That's where the split was. So what I'm going to do right now is reinforce that with some slip. Oh, I didn't spread that on in the right place at all. That's because I was using the wrong tool. I really needed the other one. So I'm going to grab that now. And I'm going to push slip into that opening. The reason why you can see the indentation is because I'm pushing out the walls from the inside. And, of course, an area that's vulnerable that was joined together, that's being compromised and pushed. But I'm just going to reinforce that. I'm going to keep this slip really clumpy on both of those areas because I can go in and smooth it out later. And the reason why is because I'm still pushing out. So that area is going to keep appearing. So I might as well go ahead and fortify it now with a ton of heavy slip. And then I can smooth it out later, but at least I know this part is not going to open while I'm doing all of this pushing. Because again, all of this can be scraped away once it's solidified. But if it starts to, completely split, I'm not going to have the same sort of leverage. So right here, you can see that's the other part that was joined. So I'm going to do the same thing. Take a good amount of slip and pack it right into that joint right there. I've run out of the slip residue that I'm scraping off of the table. So if I could, I'm always looking around for stuff that's right in front of me. When I tell you I search for things like a child or a teenager, I promise you, I will piss you off watching me search for something that's literally directly in front of my face. The generation before mine's favorite saying, and shit, maybe it's still a favorite saying, I don't know. If it was a snake, it would have bitten you. Yeah, exactly. It would have. Because it would have been right in front of me and I would have been like, what snake? So anyway, like I said, loading that on thick because it does not make a difference. I'm going to be pushing this out, and I just want it to have extra clay to push into. And that's what that's going to harden to once it becomes leather hard. As a matter of fact, this is a freestyled piece, so I'm thinking about stuff as I go along. And this whole piece may end up texturized on the outside. I'm probably going to use some sort of palette knife effect. Just because, why not? Why not? We're just having fun. Because Terry doesn't have her potter's wheel yet. Yeah, oh, and by the way, no shame in my game anymore. Birthday is coming up soon. I'll be 57. And anybody who's thinking, yo, Terry's got a lot of stuff she wants to get, a potter's wheel and more clay and more tools for her sculpting and her pottery. And I wish I could help. You can. Yeah, definitely. If you want to. Definitely hit me up, DM me to get my Cash App, and I'm accepting all birthday gifts related to art. Well, I'm accepting any birthday gifts that you want to give, but if you're definitely feeling like, yo, I want to be a part of this, my journey, this creative journey, I would, I'd welcome that. I definitely would welcome that. So totally up to you. Otherwise, I'm going to keep on doing what I've been doing, and that's working, and hopefully one day soon I'll be able to afford everything I need on my own. We'll see. But that's not the purpose of this journey. The purpose of this journey is and always will be peace and growth and discovering a new part of yourself. So, yeah, that's what I'm doing. All right, so I have fortified those areas. I'm going to clean this off so I can go back in and widen it out a little bit more. And just a freestyle fun piece. It's going to have what I hope you'll regard as an interesting effect when I'm done that I'm not going to show anybody for a while. So, yo, if you've stuck with me this far, I would love to know, a quick little poll. If I do a Facebook Live sale of some of my smaller sculptures and some other home and office decor and birthday gift and anniversary gift incidentals of my creations, and that's going to include my pendants. Would you show up? Would you be excited about that? Would you rock with me? Let me know. Let me know. And the best thing to do is to DM me your email address so that I can make sure to keep you updated when that happens. So, yeah, holla at me. All right, let's get back into it. What I'm happy to see is that the joining that I did at the base doesn't seem to be showing any vulnerability. And that's great, because that means I did an exceptional job on that. Because that could have easily started separating by now as far out as I'm working this piece of clay. I'm accumulating a really substantial amount of slip, or sometimes what I refer to as filler clay, because it's thicker than slip. I'm gonna try to show you. I'm trying to get it onto the tool. That's what I've scraped off onto the side of the desk so far. Going in with the ball tool and just around that base, that's helping me fortify that area that was joined. Remember, there were two pieces joined to the bottom part, the circular base. So I'm just taking and moving that around with the ball tool. That's that same area. As I've pushed it out again, I can just see where the indentation is showing. And I'll compact that better once it's leather hard. So I can feel it where it's separating on the rim, so I'm adding more slip on the top there. And like I said, once it's leather hard, I'll get to fortify it and compact it with my hands. But for right now, I just want to make sure it's all right. All right, I'm done for the night because I'm starting to get a little messier than I planned. It's still just on my hands, but I need to go ahead and polish my nails so I can take myself to sleep. I'm just gonna get some of the extra slip out of the bottom here using this paper towel. I'm trying really hard to discipline myself to returning my work area to some semblance of order, just to see if psychologically it makes a difference. It should, you know, it's like with anything else. You come home to a made-up bed, you come home to a clean house, you're ready, you know, you're ready for whatever the evening holds after you get off of work. If you come back home and everything's in a mess, it's hard to get yourself focused, to stay on schedule, do what you have to do. And I want to get a lot more intentional with keeping my workspace ready to go and well organized when I get home, because I have so little time. You know, it's crazy, this life that we live and what they've tricked us into believing it is, because it's really not what it should be. And that's not us working, you know, the majority of our lives without knowing any true rest and freedom. But that's what it is now, and it's just becoming even worse because everything is so high that nearly all of us are in survival mode. So every second has become even more precious because you have so few of them. And of course, you know, when you're my age, it's even more precious than the usual for you youngers, because, you know, the clock's ticking, as it is for all of us, but I'm probably closer to it stopping its ticking than you are. So I said all that to say that I'm trying to manage my time better, make the most of how I get down with my creativity, being intentional about what I'm making, what is going to be for the general population, my regular folks like me, what is going to be for galleries and exhibits, what is going to bring me peace. That's uncompromisable. It has to be all of it. I have never in my life had, nor have I ever wanted a second job, and art damn sure cannot be that. It is my sanctuary. It is my peace, and I owe it to myself to make sure that I can walk in the house no matter what type of day I've had and get right to peace. Not walk in the house and look over at this area and think, oh God, it's so messy and I have so much to do before I can even start working, that maybe I just shouldn't do anything today. Nah, I need to create every day, and I'm going to do what it takes to stay on that path. I made a vow to myself a long time ago to create every day, and I've come so far, and I've watched my creative evolution, and I'm so in love with where I am right now. You know, I started running my mouth and forgot to record the time of when I stopped. I don't know. I feel like I've been talking for 10 minutes. It might be less, but I'm going to clock this last session, final session video at 20 minutes, just for the hell of it. Hopefully I have not been talking for 10 minutes, but knowing me, I will and can. So now I've got this workspace cleaned up. I had already this weekend cleaned up all my surrounding areas, except for the floor. You guys know I'm still trying to get my money together for a vacuum because there's too much clay dust on the floor. I can't sweep. It's not healthy. It won't be conducive to keeping my child and my cat safe and my lungs safe. So in the meantime, the floor has to stay like it is, but everything else on this table has a purpose. The tools, the turntable with the current piece that I'm working on. This piece is Three Sisters, One Fro. It's drying. Over on that same little square section is, what the hell is this? Oh, okay. Yeah, it's the cat pendant and another vessel that I did that I'll show you at another time. Over on the last and final portion of this table, there's another piece that's drying, and everything else is art supplies, and it's pretty decently arranged. Nothing is scattered to a point where I can't see exactly what I need to grab, and that's how it's supposed to be. I've got some spare dishes on here, a cup that I drank out of, that's getting ready to go into the sink, because I'm really, like I said, trying to keep this area so that when I look, I can grab, so that when I walk in, I can get started. Whenever I decompress from coming off of the job and get home, and I'm ready to start working, I need to be able to say that I set it up to do exactly that. And I have. So you can let me know what type of work environment do you like, what works best for you. Are you able to just come into a messy studio and get right to work no matter what? Because I've always done that too, so no judgment here. But do you prefer getting everything together and making sure it's nice and tight and right and then starting? So I'm just covering this up with the plastic. I'm not spraying it or anything because, like I said, I do want it to become leather hard tomorrow. I appreciate y'all so much. All right? Peace.